Hey everybody, Victoria Sylvester here, and I am here today to show you a really cool app that I've got on my website linked, and I will share the link as well below. This is called Aminah's World, and Aminah's World is really cool, but I want to show you how to get into it. First of all, you usually have to allow your Flash player, and it takes a minute to load. And then you get this really cool animation. Aminah is actually a woman who is an artist, and this is based on her artwork. So you're going to go ahead and get started. And then you have to choose your background first. Now, these are all really interesting textures. I'm going to try this one today. I've tried all of them. They're very interesting. Now, you've got different things you can add. This is basically you're making your own collage, digitally, of course. You can choose all these different things to play with. One of them, let's see, I'm going to choose some found objects because I'm a found object kind of person. Then you can pick an item. I'm going to pick um, that. Now, I've clicked that and I can make it bigger. I can make it smaller. I can turn it a little bit, turn it a lot. You can turn it both ways, and then you can also move it. So don't think you just click it and boom, it has to stay wherever you want. So I'm going to click that. Maybe I'll move that over here. Let me run through a couple of these other things. You've got these different types of cloth that you can add and that are very beautiful. You can see like little fringy edges. Everything isn't like all brand new and perfect. Here's some different kente cloth, which is just marvelous. Oops, you gotta click it. Then you decide what to do with it. So let's say I'm just gonna have that overlapping over here. Um, Then you've got all these different types of fabric, little pieces. Here's a cool one. So I'm going to put that in the corner. And of course, you can choose more than one thing as well. So I've got this here, and you can have different. I love the feathers. I gotta say, I love the feathers. Okay, paper. Paper doesn't seem to want to change from feathers. Different ties, found objects again, yarn and stitch. I know that looks like it's yam, but it's yarn. So let's click one of the pieces of yarn. That's pretty cool. And then let's say I want to make that bigger. I want to make that bigger and overlap things. And then buttons and shells. So I think the shells are pretty sweet. And of course you can have multiples of things. So I could have like a bunch of these over here. I could make some bigger. I can make some smaller. And there you go. And then you can play with this endlessly. Like if you decide, oh, I want to change that, you can still change it. Now, let me show you how to save it. You click save, and then your art has been saved to the user created gallery. So I tell you what I like to do is, okay, once you have done that, yeah, you can still change things around. Stay, stay, stay. Okay, it appears as though after you've saved it, it might get a little wonky. So let me try to see what would happen if I reloaded. You go back to the beginning, and then you watch the video. Get started. I'll choose a different background this time. Now let me just throw one thing on there right quick. I'll throw that in the middle. Now let's see if we can do something different. Let's click save, and then will it let me do? No, it does the wonky thing again. All right. So here's how you're going to save it. Okay, we're going to wait again. Now, if you're using a Mac, there is a specific way to do a screenshot. If you're using a PC, there's a specific way. If you're using an iPad, there's a specific way. So you got to figure out, how are you able to make a screenshot? Let me add one thing again. Put it in the middle. Now let's see if we could just quick save it in a different way. I'm going to click print. And will that even do anything? Ha! Okay, so we have to do it as a screenshot. That's good to know, right? So on a Mac, I click Command, Shift, and the number 4. Command, Shift, 4 will give me this little crosshairs. And then I can kind of come in and save it like that. And then it'll save, and it'll save as a screenshot on my desktop. Now, yours might be different. Yours is probably different. So before you get into doing anything with this, I highly recommend figure out, how do you make screenshots on your particular device, and get used to it, because you got to know in order to save this. I would think that this would make fantastic backgrounds for another type of art. So you could save it as a screenshot. It'll be a JPEG. And then you bring it into another piece of digital app art that you like, and work with it from there, and then save it from there. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and we sure learned a lot, didn't we? All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.